We have to stop going out to eat so much.
I can't tell you how many times I've said that exact sentence to my husband. What up, everybody? It's Catty Wampus, and today I'm gonna be watching I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant, Holiday Food Poisoning, or Baby? TLC. Alright, can't believe this woman didn't know she was pregnant. She got all the signs. She got all of them. So let's run it back and watch the video.
We've been married for 3 years. I envisioned having maybe 3 kids when I was 25.
His menstrual cycle has always been on time. That March,
I thought he handed her a stick of butter.
Usual.
My menstrual cycle was still normal. My mother, she's like, you look like you gained maybe 5 pounds. So she
Pounds?
thought, oh,
I like it. I like how she said 5
to calm
pounds.
her nerves, I took a pregnancy test to see if I was pregnant or not. Part of me was kind of hoping that I was pregnant.
Okay, nothing wrong with hoping, you know? She said she wanted 3.
And it came out negative. I always yo.
Oh, okay. So I've always wondered on some of these, like they're like, I didn't know I was pregnant, but like, how did you not know? But she took a pregnancy test, so like,
Yo'd my weight, so it wasn't anything new. I was eating out a lot, so I just thought, oh, it's all the junk food I'm eating. Those days is when I got sick, vomiting, nauseous.
okay, so she had morning sickness if she was pregnant.
Bad. My husband and I were going out to eat to different places, just trying new things. So I just
Look, ain't no shame in the 5-pound game, okay? Okay, when you are happy and you are in a good relationship, you gain weight, and that's just a fact, and there ain't no shame in that.
assumed that was what it was.
We have to stop going out to eat so much.
I can't tell you how many times I've said that exact sentence to my husband.
This is bedroom, bedroom, master bath.
In September, Anna and Raphael moved to a new city.
I gained maybe another 3 or 4 pounds when I moved out here.
See, there it is again,
But the move was
pounds.
really hard on
I like
me.
the way she says
I was really
it.
homesick. I was eating a lot, and my stomach started getting more like a gut.
She was actually pretty angry at herself for that.
Anna's and I are related through marriage. My husband is her husband, Ralphie's brother. We've known him for 5 years.
Yeah, I know. It's a big adjustment, but
I didn't see anything different. She looked a little healthier, but nothing other than that.
She looked a little
Although
healthier.
She thinks she's having her period every month.
Was that a dig? I feel like that was a dig at her. Be like, she's looking a little healthier. Was she like really skinny before? I feel like she had been really skinny before, and the sister-in-law didn't like it. Anyway.
She also becomes strangely moody.
She would just start
All
crying
right.
out of nowhere, and I would ask her what's wrong.
I would just blow up.
Guys, I do that on the regular. And she thinks she's having regular periods and stuff like that. Does she just not cry on her period? Taboo topic, but it's okay to cry. I cry all the time. Men, women, non-binary people, you do you. I cry all the time.
I just assumed it was the move.
I'm sorry.
A month later, she develops a strange symptom, discharge from her nipples.
I noticed a
If she had already taken a pregnancy test, I would have been like, oh, I have cancer.
On December 20th, both Raphael and Anna get sick after a party.
We had eaten the same thing.
yeah, I mean,
my husband, he was sick as well. He was vomiting.
I didn't need a reenactment of the vomit, guys. You could have just said she was throwing up, and I would have believed you. I would have believed anybody. If anybody's like, yeah, I've been throwing up, I'd be like, I believe you. It's like when you're in school, you know? And you're like, teacher, I float up in the bathroom. He's just like, prove it. I flushed it. I don't know.
For the next 3 days, Anna continues to suffer from what she thinks is food poisoning.
My symptoms went away.
3 days and she didn't go to the doctor. Dude, day 1 after I was like throwing up, I would have been like at the doctor. Like, what's up? It's me again.
And hers didn't.
do you want me to get you something? You want some crackers or some soup?
I want some
On
soup.
Tuesday, December 23rd, she is so sick she can barely move.
Oh, right before Christmas.
She was curled up and praying for the pain to go away.
I had really, really bad cramps. I was constantly going to the restroom, vomiting.
Oh, okay. She in labor?
She
Already?
tries to sleep, but the cramps start coming in cycles.
All throughout the night, I was just in constant pain. I was looking at the clock and I noticed that the pains were coming maybe every 10 minutes, and I was like, something's not right. I
Alright.
went to the restroom and a bunch of water just came out.
She didn't go to the hospital during any of this? Dude, I don't know. Maybe she's got a really good pain tolerance, but I would have been like in and out of the hospital. I've been like, something ain't right.
I woke my husband up and I said, I need to go to the emergency room.
There we
That's
go.
when I ended up calling the ambulance.
I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought maybe it was a tumor.
Paramedics were thinking, I don't need to ride in the ambulance. I would go in my car later and meet her in the hospital.
First of all, we live in America, and an ambulance ride is ridiculously expensive. I don't know at the time of the filming of this show or whatever, but to just call the ambulance instead of putting your wife in the car and driving, I get it. It's like an emergency, and like, but I feel like ambulances are strictly for like, you're dead. You're already dead. I don't know.
At 8 a.m., Anna arrives at the ER with agonizing cramps.
The pain's
You get a
kept
lot of
increasing.
priority when
I felt
you get a lot of priority when you call an ambulance though, and the ambulance brings you in versus you going in and being like, oh, I'm dying, like something's wrong with me. They actually pay attention to you, and
that something
Yeah.
was pushing out of my body. I was screaming for somebody to come give me some medicine.
The doctor arrives to determine the cause of her extreme pain.
he's
First,
just gonna
the
say she's
doctor
pregnant.
Examined my stomach. He touched my outside stomach and had a weird look on his face.
A vaginal exam reveals the shocking news.
He checked me down there and I was already fully dilated.
I'm not pregnant.
Yes, you are weak.
not
Take her to
pregnant.
labor.
I'm not pregnant. The doctor like, ma'am, I just felt the baby in your vagina. You definitely are. You are in active labor.
What Anna thought was food poisoning was really the advanced stages of labor when she never even realized she was pregnant.
Let's get her hooked up to the fetal monitor.
And I could hear the baby's heartbeat and it was then that it sunk in. I was like, wow, I am in labor.
Okay, sweetheart, just relax.
I had really bad cramps. I thought maybe I'm having a miscarriage.
As soon as I arrived to the hospital, they told me that she wasn't there, that she was in labor and delivery. There were so many things going on in my mind, like she had no.
My first thought would have been like, my wife cheated on me and she lied to me the whole time. Not, oh no, she actually had this terrible thing that was going. I'm not terrible. Not that labor is a terrible thing going on. That's a terrible words to say, but I'm just saying like the shock and stuff of the whatever's going on is
Prenatal
hard.
care. We were just thinking the worst.
Check on the room 218.
Okay.
Okay, the baby's crowning. That means you're fully dilated. I just want you to breathe for me, okay?
I was like, are you sure?
How do you know the baby's breathing? Can the baby breathe while it's inside you? I thought like first breath was like you deliver it and then it's like, ah, you know what I mean? And that's when it's breathing. So how would she know? I get it. It's just an actor, but I don't think that,
I'm having a baby, and she's like, yes, ma'am, the baby's the crowning. You're in labor. She connected me to the machine, and I could hear the baby's heartbeat, and it was then that it sunk in. I was like, wow, I am in labor.
What do I have to do?
I just want you to push for me, okay?
I was fully dilated.
I hate hearing people in labor. It's so uncomfortable.
So I couldn't receive any medication whatsoever. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10 plus.
Oh, you're doing great, Anna. All right, that's great.
I arrived to the labor and delivery room, and to my surprise, I see my wife with legs spread open, right there, ready to give birth.
His face was just like white as a ghost. He's
Yeah, I'd been stressed too. I'd been like, dude, what happened to my wife? Where'd this baby come from?
like,
What's going on?
What happened to baby?
he was about to pass out.
Okay.
I would have passed out. I would have been gone.
An hour and a half after finding out she's pregnant,
You pregante.
Anna vaginally delivers a small baby boy.
My question is for this reenactment, did they color this baby red? That's just my question. Did they color this baby red for this reenactment piece?
You want to cut the cord?
The doctor cut the umbilical cord. My husband was in too much shock to cut it.
When I heard a baby crying, that's when I started
Ew.
tearing up.
Before Anna and Raphael have a chance to hold the infant, the baby is rushed away.
With my baby
Bye, baby. Bye. They're gonna go give it shots and whatever.
going.
What's wrong with the baby?
There's just been a few complications, okay? She's gonna take the
I want
baby
to
and
see
she's
my
gonna have a look.
baby.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hold my son. They took him since he had no prenatal care.
We were just scared.
But I will be back as soon as I know
Are you
something,
gonna
okay?
go quickly?
It's my fault.
You think they're gonna charge her with like child endangerment? I mean, like how would they prove that? But plus, also, how would she have known she was pregnant? Took a test.
No.
I didn't know I was.
Although they determine Anna has been pregnant for 41 weeks, their baby boy weighs only 5 pounds.
How long is that? 41 weeks? Let's do some basic math here. 41 divided by 4. 10.5 months. Aren't you usually pregnant for like 9 months? 10.5 is a long time.
15 ounces.
Right after
Maybe
my
only
son was
5 pounds,
born,
though?
he was diagnosed with meconium aspiration syndrome.
It turned out that my son was a week overdue. The stress caused him to have a bowel movement while he was still inside me. So when he came out, the first breath he took, he inhaled the meconium.
That could lead to problems with breathing.
The baby inhaled his own poop. Poor baby. Poor baby's first breath in this world was poo-poo. I feel like that there's a metaphor laying somewhere in that, but that's just sad.
It can lead to pneumonia and long-term lung damage.
I just went from not even knowing I was having a baby to having a baby, and now you're telling me that he's sick?
The doctor explains their baby will now need a dangerous emergency surgery.
There's a
They're gonna
very big
open his
chance
lungs
that
and
he
clean
won't
him?
survive.
The terrified parents consent to the surgery,
Lung?
and the baby is transferred to a hospital with a neonatal intensive care unit.
The doctors performed surgery on him Christmas night.
I was afraid of what was gonna happen to the baby.
You got a Santa baby, bro. You got a Christmas night Santa baby that she didn't even know about. What a Christmas freaking miracle, I guess is what you'd call it. Yeah. You got a magical Santa baby.
Like,
Santa came
whether he was
early.
gonna make it or not.
I remember getting on my knees and praying to God, please, just let him live.
After a harrowing night of waiting, Anna and Raphael hear the news.
When we found out that our son's surgery was a success,
She's sitting in the waiting room with him. Wouldn't she be in like... She'd still be in labor and delivery. They would not let her go home for a while. There's no way she just had like an overdue pregnancy and a traumatic one at that and just let her go back to the waiting
I felt
room.
relieved, but the doctors told us that the hard part was just beginning.
Their son may have survived the surgery, but is still fighting for his life.
Babies that undergo severe aspiration often require mechanical ventilation. In severe cases, it is dangerous because it can cause brain damage, pneumonia, and lung damage as well.
Seeing my son like that was
That's a lot of damage.
devastating.
It was bad. My husband and I were in tears every day.
Then, some hope. After 5 weeks hooked up to a heart-lung bypass machine, the baby finally begins to breathe on his own.
Aw, that's
I was on a natural
sweet.
high.
Felt really good.
You can't prevent meconium aspiration syndrome. However, typically an overdue fetus is specifically monitored twice weekly to make sure that the baby isn't stressed out.
Aw.
So
That kid is
theoretically,
cute, but
she
definitely
could have
weighed more than
prevented
5
this
pounds.
if she had gotten good prenatal care.
After 6 long weeks, Anna and Raphael finally
If she would have got good prenatal care, girl, she didn't even know she was pregnant.
bring the baby home.
I imagine
We
she
were
went on a
finally
diet
gonna
because she
start
thought she
a
was
life
getting
together,
chubby.
Just us, and no hospitals, no doctors, no machine keeping him alive. Just us, family.
My son's name is Ezequiel. We gave him a middle name Jesus because
Ezekiel.
it was Christmas Eve, and he was a miracle baby.
That is one miracle baby. Maybe she didn't want to get her hopes up. I feel like that might have been what it is. She wanted 3 kids. Maybe she just felt like she wasn't ever going to get them. So she didn't want to get her hopes up about it and just chalked it up to some other stuff. Which I feel like it could happen, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to try to do more videos like this. If you're interested, please hit that follow, subscribe, whatever, like button, so I know that you enjoyed this content. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.